What's new this year? What are you doing that you could tell us about? New initiatives, research you're working on? We'd love to share that with our.
Yes, of course. So really the thing that we've been doing this year and we're kind of working towards is scaling up our organization and our efforts. So for example, this year we've had 2 of those pools for larva propagation in the water at the same time, whereas last year in total we only had 2 pools in the whole year. Now we've done 5 pools in a year. The same with our outplanting efforts. We're really trying to scale up everything that we're doing now, because now we know what we're doing, now we know how we're supposed to do things. This is now our time to start doing it more and really kind of finessing what we're doing and kind of improving still a little bit and scaling up what we're doing.
That's great. So
if there's times that you specifically need more help, we could try to schedule our trips around that.
Yeah,
because
of
we're now
course.
37 strong.
Yeah.
So.
No, of course. So really, for us, I feel at this point we're more limited by also our ability sometimes to be able to train people to be specific to what we need. And that's what we're trying to work on now. That's why I also meant with scaling up. It's in addition to, being able to have that amount of volunteers come in and we can actually put you to work, because that's also part of scaling up. You're 4 people, but one of the first people needs to also then have the time to be like, hey, okay, let's go with our group and let's get in the water. And so what's new is that actually we've been perfecting that, as I would say. So that is great, and we're definitely going to take that in consideration for next year, when we can then actually have the time to say, hey, this time we need more people.
Right, and we've got a trip coming up next year in March.
Yes.
So March 25th, we'll be able to bring more people to you.
And that's the perfect time, because there will definitely be stuff around that time. It's all seasonal as well, right? So around that time it's more of the fragmentation work. Larva propagation starts later in the year. But for sure that's what we're going to keep in mind, because now we know you're coming, and then we can say, okay, we have this big group, so let's do it at that time. And it all depends on our corals and how much they grow and how they're feeling, if they're healthy. Also, that's part of it, because it's biology, and in the end, one thing you learn with working with biology and animals, nothing you can predict or schedule, because they do their own thing. Also, one thing we're doing new this year is we're gonna do our first boulder coral outplanting. We haven't done that before. We're gonna do that in a month from now. Then they're all ready, and so we're really excited to kind of start that process and do more as well.
That's great. So one last thing, I just want to ask you if there's anything that you would like to tell our members, tell people about, like what advice could you give them, or what,
I think my one advice would be is always people think like, oh, but I just do work for 1 week, I just volunteer for 1 week, what difference is it gonna make? I would really say, like, try to put it in perspective for a small team. Like, actually any hour you spend on the water with us is making a huge difference. And that's really where it would be so nice to have a large group coming over, spend time with us on the water and just help us out. And if you don't have time to do it, that's fine as well. By just educating your friends, your family, talking about these kind of things, talking about the problems that we're facing right now, making small changes in your habits, that's already doing a big part. And if you're feeling even more generous, you can also obviously support us by donating. You could adopt a nursery tree as a gift as well. People love doing it as a gift, a Christmas gift, Valentine's gift. For marriage, it's a really nice way also to, help us out, but also to thank, your family and friends around. And so that would be honestly my one message, is don't underestimate the difference you can make, like a small, tiny thing.
Thank you very much, Sana. It was great talking with you.
Yes,
and,
thank you.
Thanks for all the information.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.